What's up, you guys? It's your boy K, back with another video, baby. And man, today I'm out here on the job, and let's get straight into it, man. You want to know how to replace a caliper, period. So let's go ahead and get into this video. So this right here is your caliper. This right here is your new caliper. This is what a caliper looks like, right? So typically it goes right here, and it holds your brake pads, which your brake pads go right here. This is the caliper housing right here. So this brake line here, you have to take off to remove the caliper itself, which goes right here, okay? And then you simply just loosen up these two bolts here, and then the caliper will come off. So once you do that, the process of putting it on is super simple. So I'm about to show you what to do. Go ahead, just take them off, all right? It's pretty much your screw sits inside of there. All right, so what you want to do is go ahead and loosen them up. I have an impact, so it's going to be super easy for me, but you can do this by hand with a wrench or a ratchet. Let's go ahead and loosen them up. Keep the bottom from spinning so you can take it off, just like this. Go ahead and remove the nut, and this is going to drop out, all right? Do the same thing on the other side. Keep the bottom from spinning so you can remove the screw. Here's a screw, and here's the piece that the screw goes into. All right, so what you want to do is lube this up really good. Boom, you're good. So now what you do, take these and insert them. This is the caliper housing right here. So you take this and insert it into the hole on the back right there. Just insert it just like that, and you're good to go. Super easy. Do the second one the same way. Just insert it. Boom. Super easy. Make sure the boot is covering it. See, the boot is covering it really good to keep dirt and stuff from getting inside of it. So next step we want to do is take our new caliper here and just go ahead and inspect it, right? Just check it out. Make sure there's no damage to the body. Make sure the hole that your brake line goes to, make sure there's no imperfections in it. Make sure the screw moves in and out smoothly, because that's where your brake line goes. That's where the brake fluid goes through to create the pressure, right? Make sure you check out your piston, check the inside of it, make sure it's not scarred up. Make sure this boot right here is sealed. It has no rips, no holes or anything like that. And if everything checks out, you're good. Now what you want to do is take your screw off that comes with the new one. Comes with two washers. One washer you want to leave on, and the other washer you want to leave here. Take one of the washers off, and you see your brake line here. The screw goes through this way, all right? And then you take your washer and put it on that side. So that's what it's supposed to look like right there. Sit that there. Your caliper is going to sit like this. Take your hose and you just feed it into the new caliper. So you just turn it in there. Do it by hand. Don't do it with a power drill, nothing like that, because you don't want to over tighten it. Just go ahead and do it by hand. Remember, on your brake line here is this small little piece that sticks out, right? As you can see, it's going into the caliper. It's a small little hole that you have to put this in here. This is kind of like a safety mechanism to make sure the line itself, if this fails, it's still going to be in there in the caliper. So make sure you put that hanger into the hole of the caliper, and then just go ahead and tighten it down by hand. Once you get it snug by hand, of course, you can go ahead and tighten it down with your ratchet. Don't tighten it too tight though, just snug. It don't need to be super tight. Now, once you go ahead and put your hardware on, just like I showed you, next thing you want to do is go ahead and get your brake pads that you already got lubed up, and just go ahead and set them in position. Then you're good to go. That's how you do that one, and you just repeat the same process for the back. Get the top end first, because then you can kind of wiggle your way in the bottom. Once you get your brake pads on, just like that, you take your caliper, you just go ahead, slide it over just like that. Take your screws and you go ahead, line them up, and tighten them down. don't have to be super tight. All right, so once you do that and that process is done, you're pretty much done on replacing the caliper. All the hard work is done and the new part is on the car, and the only thing you have to do now, please, and I mean please, remember to bleed the system.